After seeing the contract that Zion Williamson signed a couple weeks ago, after missing an entire season as a Sixers fan, I had one thought and one thought only. That's the exact deal that the Sixers should have signed James Harden to. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the Sixers Breakroom. Now, before we get to the nitty-gritty, don't forget to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. It's free love, absolutely no cost to you, does a whole lot to me, and it means that you're a dope individual. Now, let's get to this contract. Zion Williamson signed a 5-year, $193 million max extension. Now, adding that to the money he's already owed, that's upwards of $231 million. No, I do not believe the Sixers should have signed James Harden to a $200 million contract extension. No, I'm not saying that the Sixers should have locked up James Harden for the next 5 years. What I am saying is that there's a clause in Zion's contract that states that between his weight and his body fat combined, he cannot be over 295 when you add those two numbers up. And I think that's the exact kind of clause that should be added to any James Harden contract. And here's why. We've seen in recent memory that weight has been an issue for James Harden. It seems that the past couple of seasons, James Harden has been coming into the season out of shape. Now, you can have this story or that story, like he wanted out of Houston, so he forced his way out by, I guess, gaining weight. Or he wanted out of Brooklyn, so he ended up gaining some weight. I don't know what it is. Some people might even say that it's the hamstring, and the hamstring is causing him to not be able to get in shape for the season. But I'd make the case that it's the other way around. It's because James Harden is not taking care of his body. It's because James Harden is not doing the proper things he needs to do to get in the shape that he needs to be in at his playing weight, that he has these nagging hamstring issues. I look at the contract that Zion Williamson signed for a whole lot of money, and I see the New Orleans Pelicans making some assurances that they're going to get some kind of semblance of the player they believe that Zion Williamson can be. When James Harden is healthy, I believe that James Harden is still a top-tier player in the league. Does that mean he's top 5 or top 10? I don't know, but what I am saying is that I believe that he can still be a premier point guard in the NBA, but I can't help but feel like his weight and conditioning has been an issue. I can't help but feel like these hamstring injuries and these little nicks and getting banged up here and there has something to do with the fact that he's playing above his normal playing weight. Now, I'm not sitting here like I'm some nutritionist expert. I'm not sitting here like I know the exact playing weight of James Harden. But I look at his body from just a couple years ago, and I look at his body from the past few seasons, and you see a difference. I don't know if that initial being out of shape in Houston to force his way out is just something he's never really going to come back from. But this guy is a professional athlete with a professional weight training program, a professional nutritionist, team doctors, all these things. I believe that James Harden can do what he needs to do to get in shape. And listen, the hamstring injury, it is what it is now, but I don't think that's preventing him from getting in shape. It's not going to prevent him from weight training. And there's so many methods in 2022 that these athletes have to get in shape. I'm sure he can be at the proper weight and conditioning level that he needs to be at going into the season. So, like I said, I believe that the Philadelphia 76ers should have signed James Harden to a contract similar to Zion Williamson. Not similar in the years and the dollar signs, but similar in the assurances and the clauses like, yo, we want to pay you your money, but we want to know that we're getting James Harden. And we think that the best way to get James Harden is to get the best in shape James Harden possible. But hey, that's just my opinion. I want to hear from you guys. Sound off in the comment section below. Do you believe that the Sixers should have put some kind of clause in James Harden's contract similar to the Zion contract that ensured he would come into the season in shape and at a good playing weight to avoid any potential injuries and just to get the best version of James Harden that we could get? Or do you think that that kind of clause in the Zion contract is a little too much? Or maybe it's just isolated to Zion Williamson? Let me know in the comment section below. If you guys like the video, of course, don't forget to like the video. It's free love. It costs you nothing, but it does a whole lot for me. If you do want to support in other ways, become a member. That link is in the description below. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.